if the husband is taking the lead step and he's moving forward to what God has commissioned on their life, the wife is supposed to be in covenant with that husband. If wife is following what God has given for her to do, then husband is supposed to be in covenant. Because how can we walk together until we agree? If there's a separation, then we're causing problems to the work of the Lord.
Yes, yes.
But God wants us to, in the beginning, let the wife cleave to the husband. Vice versa, you cleave to one another, working together, building together. If I'm believing God because God is leading us this way, then the wife, she's supposed to believe in my wife believing God because God instructed her to go this path, then I am to believe with her. I am to pray with her.
That's right.
Not to speak things that is against what God has ordained. For God joined us together to work together.
That's right.
To agree together. It's for kingdom building. But we don't want to cause pressure on one another when one is not believing in faith because of the unbelief.
My Lord.
Then it causes stress.
Yes, yes.
It causes stress to your spouse or your significant other.
That's right.
Then you make their task even harder.
Come on, Bishop.
This is why we have to stay on our knees and pray.
Yeah.
God, help my unbelief. God, increase my faith, so that I may be united in the mission. I thank God, and I'm going to get ready to get to speak, but I'm just sharing some wisdom. I thank God for my wife, the First Lady, because since I started this journey, she has always been supportive. When God told me, he says, it's time for you to stop the other job, the secular jobs out, and to put full time in the ministry, she didn't give me a hard time. She said, honey, go and do what God commissioned you to do. Amen. And I'll continue to take care of everything else. That made my job easier. But if I would have had someone that did not believe and would have stressed me out, it would have been harder for me to do what God had for me to do. And to serve the people of God. So it's so important that we walk together.
My Lord, my Lord.
And there are, I'll give you Bible. There are some things that God may speak to one another. God may speak to the husband, for the head of man is God, and the head of the wife is man.
That's right.
Is the husband. It's in the word. Not for him to abuse or to diminish her or to make her feel like she's lower than what she is, because that is not, for they're supposed to walk together.
That's right. That's right.
Just as Christ loves the church, do he abuse us? No, Christ, we are his bride. We are the bride of Christ.
Yes.
And he doesn't abuse us. So sometimes there may be situations where God may be using him to go this way. And you may not understand everything. But it's your job just to follow the instructions as God is leading them. Let us say amen.
Amen.
Some people don't want to touch on it, but it's word.
That's right.
It's word. It's word.
It's in the word.
It's documented.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Open up the Bible and read the scripture.
That's right.
So this way we can have an even flow. So we can walk together.
Yes.
I listened to Bishop Timothy one time, and he told me, yes, because my wife, she got up early to pray. He said, God told me to join her with that. Instead of fighting, he said, no, I'm going to join early in the morning. I'm going to pray with her.
That's right.
When it came time for fasting, once said that I'm going to fast, and she came and he joined together. Said, God was telling me to fast, so I'm going to work. He didn't fight against it, but they worked together. And when God told them, gave them the word, high class promotion. And let me tell you something. God already began to move when they went away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When they went away, as soon as God gave that word, high class promotion. So they obeyed God. They walked together.
Yes.
They believed God together. And when God came that Sunday, I knew nothing about it. God just said, tell them they're going to have a high class promotion. And let me tell you how God started moving. When we went away on vacation, they got this upgraded room. that God released for them. Where I looked and I said, oh my Lord, you outdid us. They had butler service, they had special treatment, special restaurants to go to. And I said, oh my Lord, I looked at their room and I started looking at mine, and my wife said, don't complain. But I'm just showing you that when husband and wife are working together, what you can do, what God will release.
Yes.
And God will make it evident for others to see when we're working together. When a husband and wife are working together, they're able to do some mighty things in the ministry. Because God designed it that way. I'm the other half of her, she's the other half of me. And when we come together, we're complete.
That's right.
Not separate,
That's right.
but together. Let us praise God.